chaired by the Minister of Territorial Administration at Tanganji Paul at the Yaoundé Hilton Hotel. All 10 regional governors were called upon to ensure understanding, peace and other reigns in this period of inflation marked by high prices and also for collaboration with the population of their different regions. To this sad 4 persons have died and 6 others hospitalized following an accident along the Yaoundé-Mbamayo stretch August 8, 2022. According to reports, a 19-seater bus transporting passengers from Mbamayo to Yaoundé somersaulted due to overspeeding after suffering a brake failure, resulting in the accident. Gendarmerie officers who were on patrol not far from the scene of the accident rushed to the side and transported the injured to nearby hospitals, while calling on drivers and road users to respect all highway codes. Now, 2 kids aged 3 and 5 have died in Bafengang, a locality in the west region of Cameroon, after being drugged and sexually violated. According to medical personnel, the kids were drugged, sodomized and killed by their alleged rapists, who is still on the run. Get details in this report.
It is a busy Sunday evening, but something unusual is happening at the Wuri Bridge. Another suicidal case has been recorded in less than 2 months after the previous ones. The victim is yet to be identified. At close range, there is an imposed traffic jam as everyone wants to be a witness to the bad scene. But who would have a better narration? Bike riders. Now, talking to a few who choose to remain undisclosed, during their runs, they say, a man was found earlier Sunday, August 8, 2022, standing at the bridge with a constant glance into the waters. But as it is, life in the city surely demands that everyone minds their business. Presumably, they add, the man in question should be the victim, given the mortal remains is yet to be identified and nothing as of now is left for traces. But many have wondered what would cause a man to resort into this option, and then the truth is told about life. These are the kind of people who go through problems and choose not to share their worries with others. It is said in life that a problem shared is half solved, because talking to someone comes with a lot of relief. The moment you don't share with someone, the devil takes advantage of your thoughts and acts. On the other hand, Mr. Julius also thinks a man's problem could emanate from a woman. Women these days give a lot of tension and stress to us men. Imagine a woman you've given your all to, and then at some point she decides to go be with another person. But the solution is not for you to commit suicide, because God can still give you someone else tomorrow. Meanwhile, Mr. Bless, another bike rider, says cases like these are regular in their eyes. Some of us have become spectators, given we stumble on such cases regularly. But no matter what you are going through, please let suicide never be an option. Depression is real and is a major push factor to suicide. Mr. Bless, however, proposes the best therapy for victims. Well, according to me, I don't think suicide is the best solution. If something makes you angry, always remember you have a God who can help you. Just get into intense prayers, even if you don't go to church. Just be an exemplary man, and you'll have a solution to that problem. With close to 4 suicidal cases recorded just this year at the Wuri Bridge, the need for more sea divers and security officers is highly recommended.
That was rather the link on this report on repeated cases of suicide on the Wuri Bridge. Until something else, 2 kids aged 3 and 5 have died in Bafengang locality in the west region of Cameroon after being drugged and sexually violated. According to medical personnel, the kids were drugged, sodomized and killed by their alleged rapists, who is still on the run. Get details in this report. In this gendarmerie pickup lays the remains of 5-year-old Ryan Tassi and his 2-year-old sister Rishnel Lonto en route to the mortuary of the Buddha District Hospital. The two kids, Ryan and Rishnel, who went to Bafemga, a locality in the west region of Cameroon for holidays, were found until that fateful Friday, August 5, 2022, when they met their doom. At about 1:30 p.m. that day, their guardian returned home and found the kids lying helplessly at home, with one already dead and the other battling for his life.
Je suis sorti le matin. Les enfants étaient là, bien portants. Il n'y avait pas de problème. C'est quand je suis rentré, c'était aux environs de 13h30.
The kids were at home and fine when I left this morning. When I returned at about 1:30 p.m. from a distance, I saw my 7-year-old child cleaning his sibling. Then I entered the parlor. I saw a 3-year-old child lying beside the sofa with foam oozing from her mouth and ears. I called Rishnel, but she did not respond. I later realized she was already dead. I later heard the other making sounds, so I rushed in, lifted him, and he was vomiting.
J'ai appelé Rishnel. Elle n'a pas pu répondre. C'est là alors où j'ai pris la peine de la secouer. J'ai vu qu'elle était déjà morte. Pendant ce temps alors, j'ai entendu comment l'autre était couché dedans. Donc elle toussait. J'ai pris la peine d'y entrer rapidement. Je lui ai soulevé, j'ai vu comment elle vomissait.
According to medical experts, the kids were reportedly sodomized and murdered by perpetrators of the act.
Examiner l'enfant parce que
After thorough examination with their anuses seen out, medical personnel made me understand the kids were sodomized.
D'après leur découverte, non. Donc on a violé l'enfant.
The sad news is that the death of little Ryan and Rishnel adds to many other cases of kids who have died after being sodomized in some big cities in Cameroon. Investigation has been opened to track down perpetrators of the gruesome act. Now, the Awing woman in Dong-Awing village, Santa subdivision of the northwest region of Cameroon, has been celebrated. The initiative, spearheaded by internationally acclaimed lawyer and Forba barrister Nico Hale, took place Sunday at Nagda Hub on Aberi. Lasha Kingsley attended the event and now reports.
Celebrating the Nagda woman, and in this particular context, is because we had the elections in Kribi on the 9th of last month, and all echoes are that elections were free, fair, transparent, credible, and acceptable. If I had the least doubt, you know me, in the elections, if they were rigged, they were frauded, you would not see Nico Hale.
Newly elected into the executive of the Ndong-Awin Cultural and Development Association, NAGDA, these women are being recognized and celebrated for their relentless efforts in the development of Ndong-Awin, conferred with the title in Ken by the Fon of Awin last July in Kribi. During the NAGDA Elective General Assembly, Sunday was the turn of internationally acclaimed lawyer, peace crusader and promoter of the woman, Forba barrister Nico Hale, to celebrate the Awin woman.
Whether you like it or not, what the woman can do, most men can never do. And I've always said what a man can do, a woman can do it even better. Why? Because women are more focused, they are more prayerful, they are more dependable, they are more honest. When you hear the scandals of corruption and embezzlement, you hardly get a woman. It is we, the men, who have looted and plundered, you know, the society and the community. And so we think that if we uplift the woman, we recognize what the woman can do and can do better, the society or the community of this world will be a better place to live in.
There is
And
this
that's why
apprehension.
over the years I have promoted the value of the woman. And I'll stand by that till I die. I am an advocate for the women.
The initiator of the celebration once again expatiated on the reasons why he stands by the women.
Fanatics can come up with that. Why must a woman's place be in the kitchen? Let me tell you that what my wife does, I cannot do. It's not enough giving money to her. You can give a woman billions, you know, but that woman can only perform if she has value. And we talk of a virtuous woman. Most women are the women that are styled in Proverbs 31, 10 to 31. Virtuous women. And I've noticed that in Nagda women. Women are not only beautiful outwardly, they are beautiful in the heart. And when it comes to honesty, you can trust them.
The national president of the women wing of Nagda during the event said women have been pushed to the background for a very long time now, and the support of Ntumfo is timely.
I feel so elated for standing in this particular position to lead the women. As our father said, that he is a lawyer to the women, because the women for years have been pushed behind. And I think he is just pushing us, he's just giving us the power to see how we can push the women ahead in all spheres of life.
Also present during the colorful cultural ceremony was the traditional ruler of Ndong Awi, His Royal Majesty Fon Quinter II. Traditional dances and cultural displays also graced the ceremony.
On to health, Bokengo Wadi dwells on Lung Cancer Awareness Day, a health campaign which seeks to prevent millions of cancer-related deaths by educating and promoting cancer safety measures. Her report.
According to data from the World Health Organization, more than 7.6 million persons die yearly due to cancer, and lung cancer is estimated to be the leading cause of cancer-related deaths worldwide.
Cancer is an uncontrolled growth of cells in a body part. Now, looking at lung cancer, we are looking at this uncontrolled cell growth at the level of the lungs.
Though the prevalence for the health condition is high, many are devoid of its signs and symptoms such as finger clubbing, face swelling, bone pain, fatigue, high calcium levels, amongst others.
Some of the signs and symptoms to lung cancer will include persistent cough for about 2 to 3 weeks, the coughing out of blood, we have breathlessness. Remember, we are talking about lung cancer, and the lung is responsible for gaseous exchange, that is, the taking in of oxygen and the sending out of carbon dioxide. If this system is tampered with, obviously there will be difficulties in breathing.
With smoking being the main cause of lung cancer, knowing and managing its triggers can help reduce the mortality rate, such as
one of the most predisposing factors to lung cancer in our world of today is smoking. According to the Mayo Clinic, smoking accounts to about 80% of lung cancer cases in our world. Apart from smoking, other risk factors to lung cancer will include, we have genetic factors, that's family genes, we have inhalation of toxic substances.
Worth mentioning is the fact that, unlike every other cancer, lung cancer has 4 stages instead of 5, with the first 2 being treatable as relayed by experts and health personnel through chemotherapy and radiation. To this regard, early diagnosis and healthy lifestyle choices and habits are key to a cancer-free life.
To sports, Cameroon has concluded its 7th appearance at the 22nd Commonwealth Games with a total of 3 medals, 1 gold, silver and bronze. The games, which began on July 8, ended August 8, 2022 in Birmingham, England. Get details in this report compiled for us by Joy Ngong.
Team Cameroon have packed their bags to leave Birmingham, England following the closing of this year's Commonwealth Games today, August 8, 2022. It was Cameroon's 7th appearance in the Games, and with a total of 36 athletes in 9 sports disciplines, the country succeeded to bag home 3 medals, 1 gold, 1 silver, and 1 bronze. Cameroon's first gold medal was obtained on August 3, 2022, thanks to weightlifter Junior Ngaja Nyabeye in the men's 109 kilograms division with a tally of 361 kilos. The second medal came knocking on August 5 when Berth Etanengole won one of the bronze medals in the women's 62 kilogram event at the Coventry Arena. She competed against 8 nations, sharing the bronze medal with Esther Kolawole of Nigeria. Berth Etanengole had won the gold medal earlier this year at the 2022 African Wrestling Championship, which held in El Jadida, Morocco. On Saturday, August 6, Cameroon obtained its 3rd medal in the competition, a silver medal in athletics earned by 33-year-old Arlette Mawe Kokoa in the women's F57 shot put with a throw of 9 meters 38. According to the athlete, it is her personal best record. While waiting for the official rankings, Cameroon overall performance this year beat that of 2018 when the country came back home with 2 bronze and 1 silver medal and about 8 athletes who went missing from their accommodation. It is goodbye from Birmingham, England. All roads lead to Victoria, Australia 2026 with high hopes for Team Cameroon.
And news out of Cameroon. Chad's military government on Monday signed a deal with more than 40 opposition groups to launch national peace talks later this month, although the main rebel outfit refused to take part. After 5 months of mediation efforts by Qatar, the main rebel Front for Change and Concord in Chad announced as before the ceremony at the Doha hotel that it would not sign the deal. Under the agreement, Mahamad Idris Debby's Transitional Military Council and hundreds of opposition representatives will launch a national peace dialogue in the capital Jamena on August 20. The dialogue aims to agree the schedule and rule for a presidential election that Deby has promised by October. 43 of the 47 groups who remained at the end of the mediation signed the accord to start national talks. Now, thousands of angry South African protesters hunted down miners without permits, sealing makeshift shaft and burning houses after the mass rape of 7 women last week west of Johannesburg. Armed with machetes and hammers, mobs of residents moved from one area to another on the fringes of the town of Kagiso, trying to smoke out miners operating illegally in informal shaft. Informal miners, commonly known as Zamazamas, largely undocumented foreigners, were believed likely behind the attack of July 8. Police, on their part, kept a distance and fired grenades from a helicopter to disperse the crowds. And Libya on Monday began trying men accused of being members of the Islamic State group. More than 50 men dressed in blue jumpsuits sat behind a cage in Miskrata courtroom as armed security personnel kept on them. They are accused of being members of a terrorist organization and of carrying out killings. The objective of the hearings and representing the families of the martyrs and the wounded is to provide evidence against each accused so that the trials is fair and not subject to appeal. We've come to the end of today's edition of Prime Flash on My Media Prime Television. My name is Fon Quinter. Today's edition was compiled and produced by Elvis. Modika. Developments of these and more be yours at exactly 6:30 p.m. with Eileen Samatu. Then have a blessed day in the company of more programs on The African Eye. Goodbye.
La Côte d'Ivoire, avec ses rythmes endiablés, a toujours su faire danser l'Afrique. Tout comme le Congo, avec